Good evening to you, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Sophie Erber.
And I'm Tim Seaman. President Joe Biden has released his administration's latest effort to connect with more Americans and those jobs.
That's right. The measures include more funding to local governments, childcare providers, and restaurants.
KCAU 9 Washington correspondent Jesse Turner has the details in our top story at 6.
22 million people lost their jobs in this pandemic.
President Joe Biden announced new federal actions on Monday to get Americans back to work.
A lot more people are going to be employed.
A new online portal will allow state and local governments to apply for more than $350 billion in recovery funds Congress approved earlier this year.
Make it possible for an awful lot of educators, first responders, sanitation workers to go back to work.
Relief checks will also go out to 16,000 of the nation's hardest hit bars and restaurants, with more to follow. The administration will give states guidance as well on how to provide funds to childcare providers to stay open and subsidies to low-income parents to help cover the costs.
It's going to help working parents get back to work.
But many employers across the country say they can't fill jobs right now because of the expanded federal unemployment insurance. Some states have begun to opt out of the benefits. President Biden gave guidance on that, too.
Anyone collecting unemployment who is offered a suitable job must take the job or lose their unemployment benefits.
There are a few pandemic-related exceptions, but Heather Boucher, a member of the White House Council of Economic Advisors, says data does not show Americans are staying home because of the benefits.
What we are seeing evidence of is that the economy is recovering from an historic pandemic.
However, there are still 8 million fewer jobs than when the pandemic began. In Washington, Jesse Tenor, KCAU 9 News.
The 3 Siouxland states are receiving roughly $3.5 billion combined from that $350 billion set to go to state governments. According to the fact sheet released by the White House, the state of South Dakota can expect about $974 million to help recover from pandemic-related expenses. Roughly $1 billion slated to go to Nebraska, and Iowa is set to get almost $1.5 billion from the federal government. Additionally, counties and certain metro areas have federal funding being allocated to them. For example, Woodbury County slated for roughly $20 million from the American Rescue Plan. For a breakdown of the funds, you can head to our website right now at SiouxlandProud.com or click this story on the KCAU 9 mobile news app.
Well, children under the age of 16 will soon be eligible to receive COVID-19 vaccinations. The FDA just today authorizing emergency use of Pfizer's COVID vaccine for kids ages 12 through 15. Now, the Moderna vaccine is expected for vaccines for ages 12 to 17 throughout the summer. For parents who still hold concerns over the vaccine, health officials insist these are necessary steps toward ending the pandemic.
As far as the safety of the vaccine, that's the reason why they go through the testing before there's an emergency use authorization approved for that age group. So they have done that. They've proven 2 things. One, that it is safe for that audience. Number 2, it is effective. It does prevent 90 to 95% of new cases that become with it.
That Pfizer clinical trial gave the vaccine to roughly 2,300 participants. They were all between the ages of 12 and 15. Green says that parents might consider a conversation with their pediatrician or physician if there are still lingering questions about a teen's vaccination.
Sioux City is looking to renew its contract for its animal control management services. The city council has received 2 proposals for the animal control program. One proposal is from Hannah Incorporated, which already operates the Sioux City Animal Adoption and Rescue Center. It has held the contract for Sioux City's animal control for 20 years. The other proposal was submitted by Amanda Johnson, who recently created Sioux City Animal Services, LLC. Council heard from a selection committee who talked with both the bidders. We'll have a wrap-up coming up tonight at 10 from tonight's City Council meeting.
The community of Quimby, Iowa is under a water boil advisory this evening. That order comes after a fire hydrant leak there. An official telling us that town residents are asked not to use tap water for cooking or drinking. That boil advisory is in effect until further notice.
Meanwhile, a status hearing is set for this week for that fatal crash involving South Dakota's Attorney General, Jason Rounsberg. He faces 3 misdemeanor charges for his driving on the night he hit and killed Joseph Beaver. A status hearing is now set for the morning of May 12th. Typically, during a status hearing, a judge will find out how the case is progressing, if there is a plea bargain, or if this case will go to trial.
Start the week with some sunshine and some clouds, but no moisture, and that might change.
That's right. No complaints from me today, although I hear we were below average temperature-wise, right, Scott?
That's right, Tim and Sophie. High temperatures are usually around 70 degrees. Today, many of us in the 60s outside. Here's a look at those high temperatures now throughout the region. Sioux City was able to climb to 63 this afternoon, 61 in Sheldon and Spencer, 56 the high today in Esterville, the cool spot on the map. Tonight, we'll see our temperatures fall close to the freezing mark, including 32 in Orange City, 34 in Yankton. With that in mind, you can see that the National Weather Service has spread out a frost advisory throughout pretty much the entirety of the region here tonight. The only exceptions down toward Carroll and Audubon, so make sure to cover up those sensitive plants. Don't have to wait too much longer for a warm-up to come into the picture, and we'll have more coming up in the 9 on 9 forecast. Tim?
Thanks, Scott. We'll check back in just a little bit. After asking visitors to stay away because of virus concerns just a year ago, the Orange City Tulip Festival returns this week. It marks the event's 80th year, and organizers say that after being canceled last year, this year will feel all the more special. Orange City folks that we talked to say continuing this springtime tradition is very important.
I remember coming over as a kid and watching everybody do the dances, and so I'm looking forward to sharing that experience with my daughter that I had as a kid. So just passing on the tradition of being able to do stuff like this every year.
And coming up this evening at 10, KCAU 9 reporter Lydia Vasquez takes a look at what will be different at this year's event and why the community is so excited to see folks back in their town. It has been more than 30 years since Northwestern College in Orange City played for the NAIA Football National Championship.
And the Red Raider fans are wasting no time celebrating in advance. KCAU 9's Hannah Adamson joins us live now from a watch party in Orange City with much more. Hannah?
Tim and Sophie, good evening. The game between Northwestern and Lindsey Wilson is just about to kick off. As you can see, dozens of Red Raider fans are behind me, ready to cheer them on. I'm here at the First Reformed Church in Orange City, Iowa, the home of Northwestern. And do the Red Raider fans have a reason to be excited? This is the first time since 1984. As you mentioned, it's been over 30 years since they're vying for the national championship game. That's when they were runner-up to Linfield College. Again, that's before any of these current players were even born. So coming up tonight at 10, we'll hear from Red Raider fans, both young and old, about what tonight's big game means to them. But for now, reporting live in Orange City, Iowa, Hannah Adamson, KCAU 9 News.
Exciting stuff for those fans, for the whole town, really.
Looks like, from what we've been hearing from Jake Jones, who will check in sports just a little bit later, been raining there most of the day, too. So.
That's right, some severe weather just to the south of them. Fingers crossed. But South Dakota has many acres of natural land, and many communities are connected to the nature that surrounds them. The connection one South Dakota town has to Smokey the Bear, the symbol of America's Forest Service, coming up.
And it looks like we're going to hang on to a quiet springtime pattern for a while longer here. Partly cloudy skies, highs sticking in the 60s. And then some rain chances come together for the weekend. We'll let you know about the impacts on the Tulip Festival and more coming up in the 9 on 9 forecast.
You're watching KCAU 9 News with Tim Seaman, Sophie Erber, Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson, and Sports Director Jake Jones. This is KCAU 9 News at 6.
Not the warmest of May days, and I can't even say it's early May. We're creeping towards the center, but the sun helped.
Yeah, it could have been cooler, but it does feel chilly, Scott.
A little bit for this time of year. Usually we're enjoying highs in the 70s on this date, but the high was only in the lower 60s in Sioux City this afternoon. As we survey the scene on the Wayne State College camera in northeast Nebraska, a little hazy sunshine, some clouds starting to mix in there, but overall a fairly nice day. As we look at what's happening in Sioux City at this hour, temperature is being reported at 62 at the Sioux Gateway Airport, with the wind blowing in from the northwest at 12 miles per hour. Dry relative humidity 29%. The dew point also at 29 degrees, and the soil temperature has fallen to 52 degrees in Sioux City, likely related to the heavy dose of rain that we got on Saturday over the weekend. Here's a look at our temperatures now. You can see that those are in the 50s and 60s outdoors. It is now 59 in Sheldon and Orange City. 60 is the temperature in Yankton, air temperature of 62 in Norfolk and Tacoma. So again, a pretty comfortable Monday outside. Not as warm as where we should be, but not feeling bad by any means. We do have the wind from the northeast that is coming through between about 5 and 15 miles per hour. Now at 10, your own pictures that you want to share with us. It's easy. You just go to the weather tab on SiouxlandProud.com and send us your photos. Tim and Sophie?
All right, Scott, thanks. That was a pretty pick.
It was. I like all those summertime sunsets. Keep them coming. Well, if you like traveling on two wheels, new bike repair stops are coming to Siouxland, and they could be right on your favorite trail.
It's all thanks to a donation from Shields. There are now 5 different bike repair stops along the way, including a tire pump and multiple tools. A 6th stop is planned for the riverfront as redevelopment continues there. The goal is to aid Siouxland bikers if they should happen to run into trouble on the bike trails. Plans to build even more repair shops across the city.
For more information on all 5 of these bike repair locations, make sure to visit our website and click on this story at SiouxlandProud.com. That can come in handy.
Just about everybody knows who Smokey the Bear is. Of course, he's an iconic symbol of the National Forest Service. But the bear is also a mascot for a South Dakota school.
Who knew? Why a small school district is allowed to use this iconic bear? Next. Sitting at 30 feet tall and 25 feet in length, he is the big story in Hill City this summer, literally.
South Dakota brothers Jordan and Jarrett Dahl, with some help from their whole team, created the world's largest Smokey the Bear in just 10 days.
This Smokey Bear is extra special, however, and Sydney Thorson explains why.
25 students from the Hill City School District helped battle a wildfire back in 1939. Because of that, the U.S. Forest Service awarded them recognition of being the only school in the nation with Smokey Bear as their mascot.
It's a tradition that we want to uphold. You know, there was a sense of pride in our community and in our forest, and so every time our athletes or our students put on that Smokey Bear uniform or don the emblem, we're certainly proud of that.
Today, people from the city, school officials, National Forest Service representatives, and artist Jordan Dahl stopped by to welcome Smokey to Hill City.
Now, therefore, I, Kathy Skorzewski, Mayor of the City of Hill City, on behalf of the citizens of our city, do hereby recognize and welcome Smokey Bear on this 10th day of May, 2021, as a permanent resident in our community.
So there were 7 of us that worked on this project, so we all kind of came together and used our own individual skills and put it all together.
Jordan Dahl says while the project took months of planning, it only took 10 days to build.
Once we found out the story of Smokey Bear, that kind of really led us to doing Smokey.
A carving that not only honors the city's history, but also reminds people to do your part to prevent wildfires. In Hill City, Sydney Thorson.
And that's certainly a unique story, a unique
really
project as well. If you know of somebody that has a unique talent or a passion or just has a unique story to share, I hope that you will share it with us.
We want to share them on Siouxland Stories right here in KCAU. It's easy to do. Just send us an email, news@kcautv.com, and in that email, explain what makes this person so interesting.
And then we'll be able to share the stories with the rest of Siouxland. We'll do it again this Thursday at 5 and 10, as well as Friday in our midday news.
Switching gears just a bit, KCAU sports anchor Jacob Russo is here.
Yes, tonight is the NAIA Championship. It's officially underway in Grambling, Louisiana. I'll have one final breakdown of the teams competing for the title. That is coming up next in sports. Stick around. Huskers go 13 innings to win this ball game, 7-6. And obviously, though, the thing that's a little bit more important, I guess it's on everybody's minds right now, is the NAIA National Championship game. Northwestern, they are currently playing right now. Like I said, those highlights tonight at 10.
And Jake is there and has post-game reaction and the whole ball of wax, right?
Yep, that'll all be tonight at 10. So, like I said, be sure to be watching.
That's right. Thanks a lot, Jake. We will be back for that, and we'll check in for one final forecast. First, let's take you outside right now here in Siouxland.
When severe weather hits, you need the most complete and accurate information to keep your family safe. KCAU 9 is the only station with 4 full-time meteorologists working to keep you informed. Stay safe with Siouxland's most accurate forecast, only on KCAU 9 News.
9 weather, we've got you covered.
Well, some folks in Tennessee saw a horse of a different color, sort of. It all happened this morning.
It's not what you're thinking. Check this out. It is a zebra. You're seeing that right in Tennessee. This isn't Africa. The animal escaped from a truck in the Prescott area. It took roughly an hour for law enforcement officers to capture it. Cookeville Mayor Ricky Shelton, that's the town it was in, said the zebra left from an exotic animal showing. Good news to report, though, it has been returned safe and unharmed. That had to be a sight to see. Imagine just driving past it on the highway and wondering if your eyes are playing tricks on you.
Double take probably doesn't cover it.
No, I think so.
There's no zebra puns from our pun guy?
I was trying to formulate one there, but it just didn't quite come together.
All right, well, maybe you'll have it for us at 10. We won't put you on the spot. But our weather forecast, kind of chilly to be outside tonight.
Yeah, a little bit cold out there. We are going to see some areas of frost form tonight, so make sure to be careful with your sensitive plants, the ones that could be fragile to areas of frost coming together. Make sure to put a light linen blanket over those before you go to sleep. Partly cloudy skies, highs in the mid to upper 60s for the next few days before rain chances this weekend.
All right, Scott, thanks.
And thank you for joining us. We hope you'll join us again at 10. And until then, have a great night.